everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Royal My First Nations people. An absolute thrill to have you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies with us today. Okay, I've been asked to read on a few things. The South Korea, Japan falling birth rate population, I'll read on tomorrow. It's top of my list for tomorrow. Today, because members are being sworn in and speakers getting elected, etc. in the US, I'm just going to have a little bit of a politicky day and see where that leads us. So what I'm going to do, someone asked about the Trump administration. I noted down the names that they mentioned: DeVos, Munchin, and Ross, etc. I don't know the full administration, but when I was looking at the list that was noted down, it was DeVos that I was really pulled to. I don't see them, I really don't see them being hauled up to account for their involvement in the Trump administration. I think it's just what I got when I was looking at it. It was too he said, she said, airy-fairy. Yes, they morally and ethically behaved wrong, but there was nothing illegal, etc., etc. That's what the boys were telling me. But I was drawn to the name of DeVos. So I will have a look at Betsy DeVos just to see where she is, because very quiet. And goodness me, you know, that woman, she ruined. It wasn't a great education system to start with, but by crikey, she ripped the rug out from underneath it. So I'll have a look at Betsy DeVos, and then I'll have a look at the US education system. Oh, excuse me for 2 seconds. Right. That was just me poor shuffling. If I've got a bit of a glow about me, it's because I went for a walk along the beach today. By crikey, it's hot and muggy out there today. Whew. Okay, Betsy DeVos. Gone quiet, obviously. What's happening with Betsy DeVos? Right, thank you. Let's have a look. Okay. Sorry, I'll just tip that so hopefully it'll be a bit darker in here. Right, there we go. Yes, I'm looking forward to getting back into the lounge room next week. Wounded in battle, having to take a step back, but also setting up boundaries. So let's see where this goes. Setting up boundaries with fire energy, messaging. A need to be seen, victory. I'm not seeing anything much with Betsy DeVos here. This is just her continuing on her merry way, doing her thing. She got what she wanted, challenged by the victory or crossed by the victory card. She got what she wanted, is what I'm getting. What she's doing at the moment, the magician, the manipulation, okay. Her ability to manipulate is giving her is giving her worry. Okay, see where this goes. What's actually going to happen to her? Ooh, there might be I'm not getting that this was to her administration, but there is something going to come forward that she's not happy with. Actions and consequences. Perhaps someone can shed some light on this. There is something about her manipulation, her manipulating, that is actually causing quite a lot of anxiety for her. These are not particularly good cards for her. There is going to be an offer come forward that she doesn't like about actions and consequences. Karma hanging over her, the seedy, swampy underbelly being brought to the surface and exposed. So secrets being brought to the surface and fully exposed. About Russia. Oh, well, I didn't think this was going to go this way, did I? Okay. Right, there's perhaps more about this outcome. Circles of support. independence based on wealth, heartbreak and loss, and things happen very quickly. I did not think that this was going to happen to Betsy DeVos. I think, okay, I'll ask in a second. I'll ask Pendulum in a second. At the base we have death, endings. Endings and new beginnings, but this is very much a death card in this reading. Death of this inspirational figure, financially, due to her lies, as something unexpected is going to be brought to the surface, which is going to lead to her being wounded in battle as she is investigated for her role in the government. Okay, I did not expect this. Let us have a look. Given these two cards, this is not the having to defend. This is usually the wounded in battle and setting up boundaries. And then the victory card, but it's an uncomfortable victory. Oh, thank you, boys. Okay. What they're telling me, thank you. What they're telling me is that she's set up these boundaries and she thinks she's sitting pretty. She thinks she's sitting pretty, but the actual cards for her, if I take those back away, are not good. There's something that's going to come to the fore. I'm not seeing a restriction, downfall or anything like that. I just think death of her reputation. Death of her reputation due to the lies. Something's going to come forward where she's going to be investigated for her role in the government. Okay. Oops, sorry, a little bit long. There's a certain length pendulum likes to be. Can I ask a question, please? Sorry, I'll just get comfortable so that I'm still. Can I ask a question, please? Is Betsy DeVos going to be investigated for her role in the Trump administration? Is Betsy DeVos going to be investigated? That's a yes. Is this investigation going to lead to a court case? I'm getting a no. That's why I'm sort of getting this mixed bag of cards. Will this investigation, will the findings be made public? And that's a yes. Is it oh, hang on. Okay, thank you. Sorry, they're just saying, keep still, keep still. Right. Thank you. Will this investigation lead to a loss of reputation? And that's a sort of. Okay. Nothing definite on Betsy DeVos, as in she's going to be investigated, it's going to be made public, she's going to lose part of her, she's going to go down in history. Thank you, guys. Down in history is what they're telling me. She's going to lose her reputation. Going to go down in history as one of the bad guys. But it's not going to, there's going to be some, it's not going to, anxiety for being tied to the devil. It's not going to be, how do I put it? Yes, I know, guys, they've dumped it on me and I'm trying to interpret it. She's going to go down in history as being on the wrong side and doing the wrong thing, but financially it's not going to affect her, but it is going to affect her reputation. So I just, like a lot of them, they're going to go down as in history as the bad guys for years to come. They will be read about. It will be thank you. They're telling me it'll be a humiliating experience for her, but financially, there's no imprisonment, there's no court case. It will be humiliating for her, but there's not really going to be financial loss. She's going to be reputationally wounded. She's going to take if I say an intellectual hit, I don't mean her brain's going to go, but she's she's going to be pummeled. She's going to be pummeled is the word they're telling me, pummeled, but it's not going to be a court case. But anyhow, moving on from that, okay, clear the mind. The US education system. Tell me about the US education system. After being absolutely rug pulled out from under it, decimated by this Trump administration, tell me about the US education system. There's going to be something, it's going to happen in the next administration. So at the moment, what have they brought forward? The infrastructure bill, the climate change bill, the whatever else. The next administration is going to put, what I'm seeing is a floor, a solid foundation under education is what I'm seeing in the next administration. Next administration is going to deal with, so what's happening is they're putting the building blocks in place for the US as a whole, for climate, because everything comes off climate. Your farming, well, you only have to look at the rivers running dry, etc., and it needs a federal action, not state by state. But at the moment they're putting a line under infrastructure and climate. In this administration, next administration, I see that it's going to be immigration and education. Okay, tell me about education in the US. Education in the US going forward. Education in the US. The education system in the US. Tell me about the education system in the US. Education system. Thank you. Right, using my Lightseers Tarot. Good, positive, upbeat one. Right. At the moment, it is financially bereft. It is juggling, really, really juggling the money. Do we pay our teachers, or do we fix the crumbling building? Do we pay for resources, or do we pay for security? It is really, the education at the moment is really a juggling act financially, and you don't need me to tell you that. Challenged by the High Priestess. Now, different deck, different meaning. Spiritual awakening. A realization. An all-encompassing awakening of what is required. Foundation of this reading. Thank you, guys. Making it up as they go along. Now, this is not quite how that sounds, the Chariot card. Two major arcana here already. This is about putting something in place, and while it is being created or on the move, learning how to steer it. So this is, how do I taking up the reins while in progress. But also this is very much about trying to harness the chaos of it at the moment. It is such a chaotic system. But yeah, I'm really getting that the foundation is going to be... Yeah, thank you. They're telling me that the foundation is going to be put the foundation in place and then work it out as you go along. Okay, in the past, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, the education system has literally been decimated. This is usually the figure lying down with the 10 swords in the back, the swords being education, wisdom, intellect. Yeah, absolutely decimated. However, one reason I like this deck, it is about a new beginning, a new horizon, stepping forward, end of a cycle, and stepping forward into the new dawn. I don't know if it's dawn or sunset, but stepping forward into the new dawn after this decimation. Crowning the reading, Ace of Cups. Love it, love it, love it, love it. New emotional start, new start of partnerships, of relationships, of what really matters. Immediate future. Yeah, the immediate future is having to take stock of what already is and protect that and shore it up. Is the immediate future. This is very possibly before the next administration, before 2024, is protecting what is. And Pentacles are education. Their health, wealth, education. Mother Earth, nurturing, security. But yeah, taking stock of what is and shoring it up. Okay, externally, Six of Wands. Needing for it to be seen as a purpose. This wand is on fire. It is a plan, a purpose, a passion, and it is about getting the message out there, standing on the stage, and really drawn. I don't know if you can see in my camera all the hands rising to this person. It is about the message, the message being really put in the spotlight. Thank you. It is about this need to be put in the spotlight, and it is an inspirational. Okay, internally, the Emperor. It's going to need a firm hand and a lot of... There's going to be someone put in place who is this Emperor figure. Now, he is patriarchal, can be my way or the highway, but I think what it is, it's in this particular deck and this particular reading, internally there's going to be, it's pretty sure it's going to be a male. Betsy DeVos, go away. It's going to be a male who is, he's got the chess piece in his hand, and he does see it as a bit of a chess game, in that he needs to make particular steps, particular moves forward, and there's a lot of strength in that. He sees what needs to be done, and he is going to be, if I say my way or the highway, he's going to make it happen. And I'm just looking at the spirituality, magic coming off this chess piece internally. There is a male going to be put in charge of it, and he is going to make it happen. Okay, hopes and fears, Page of Pentacles. Here's the youth coming forward, dreaming big and working hard, and it is for, if you don't invest in your youth and you don't invest in the intellect of your youth and the possibilities that they can bring, then a country really, really is doomed. And it is all youth. Talking to you, Afghanistan, who's now banned girls from going to university and high school. If you don't invest in all of your youth, your country is going to go backwards. And this is about the youth bringing forward the message of dreaming big and working hard. They want to learn, the majority of them, but they want to learn in a way that grasps them and speaks to them and gives them purpose and passion going forward into the future. Okay, the outcome, Eight of Pentacles. There are going to be choices that need to be made, financial choices that are going to be made. Here is the Queen of Pentacles. Love, 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 love. She is about security and stability. She is about nurturing. She is about growth. And we have strength. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So what have we got? We've got these two queens here. Did I have a queen under there? No, I didn't. But I love this outcome, is the queens. This is nurturing energy. Queen of Wands, planning, passion, inspired, confident in her own skin, knows who she is. Knows who she is. Circles of support. Knight of Wands. Two of Swords. There is going to be a decision that has to be made. Going to have to take this blindfold off because it is a crossroads moment. But I think it's going to be okay. Because here we have the government or the higher authorities and the Empress. Birthing something new. Abundance. Okay. Not going to put a time frame. Well, I'm getting that it's next administration, so it's a little ways off yet, but they're good cards. I like those cards in regards to the future of the US education system. It's going to be okay, but it's going to take time and it's going to have to be rebuilt. Okay, thank you for joining me. Any questions, pop them in the box below. If you want me to particularly read on any of the other admin, ask away, but it was that particular one that I was drawn to. Thank you for joining me, and I shall see you later. Bye-bye.